Only war.
What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. I am so excited to talk about this detachment. This came out today, and everybody's just been going crazy, messaging, Discord, internet. Like it's been nuts. Daemons have just got a huge rework from the beginning. They've added a new detachment as well, which is what this video is going to be all about. So we're gonna do the other video probably tomorrow live, just kind of go through everything, give my little tidbits, but this video is going to be all about the Shadow Legion for the Be'lakor attachment. So I've been talking to a couple guys on the back end about this. They kind of knew it was leaked already, so I've been kind of being able to like build a little bit kind of list. I didn't have all the rules about it, so I kind of had an idea of what I was going to be doing, and then once I was able to kind of test it, it was nuts. It was probably my favorite detachment going into this year. Yeah, besides the Custodians, we just did a Custodians video, so go check that one out. But this list is going to be kind of nuts. So let's get into everything we need to know about this and some ideas for us at the end about list ideas. So if you guys new to the channel, we got ranked #1 Chaos Space Marine play in the world last year and ranked #1 in the United States based off the ITC ranking. So we had a huge year last year. So if you guys are interested in coaching or have any questions, head over to patreon.com to support the channel. And you guys get coaching from myself or other competitive Dirtbag players on the team. So that is coming up, and if you guys are already Patreons, appreciate it so much. Wouldn't be doing this without you guys. So let's get into it, and then we'll go over, like I said, some pretty busted lists at the end of it. So let's get into it. All right, so Shadow Legion. What you're able to bring is up to 1,000 points of, here we go, 1,000 points of Chaos Space Marine. So you can add Chaos Space Marine to your Demon army, but the Chaos Space Marine get Dark Packs. If you have Be'lakor, which is going to be your Warlord, he automatically passes his Dark Pack. He gets Dark Packs. He automatically passes his Dark Packs. So you have your Chaos Space Marines that gain Dark Packs in the Demon army, and Be'lakor gets it as well, and he automatically passes his Dark Packs. That is insane. So what you were able to bring with Be'lakor is no Epicures, no Demon Princes, no Demon Prince with Wings, because obviously they're competing. You don't want to be in the same army with them. And you can bring Chaos Lords, Chaos Lord and Terminator armor, Chaos Lord Jump Pack, Chaos Terminator Squad, Chosen, Damned units, which we'll get into, Dark Apostle, Havocs, which are really good, Legionnaires, Master Possession, Possessed, Raptors, Sorcerer Terminator armor, and Warp Talons. So I wish they could bring Spawn, but Spawn are not on the list. Almost broke the meta with that. So 1,000 points as allied units into this detachment, and they're able to use basically the same auras. They gain the keyword Shadow Legion. So Be'lakor and Heretic Astartes units gain Shadow Legion and Undivided keywords. So they gain both those keywords. So that's pretty fucking cool. Let's go over what Undivided does. So each demon in your army is kind of like what's the word? The Chaos Space Marine detachment where you get marks. So it's basically the same thing. You get bonuses for having a mark on your demon unit in this detachment. So Be'lakor is Undivided. So first Prince of Chaos, units from your army relative. All right, so here we go. If you have any Khorne units in your army, in your list, Khorne are able to shoot and declare a charge, which it advanced. Already off to a good start, guys. So any Bloodthirster, Blood Crushers, Khorne dudes in your army, they're able to advance, shoot, and charge. Wow, that's freaking nuts. Next, we have the Puppetry, which is the Tzeentch, which is also cool. -1 to hit, just built in. So all of your Tzeentch units subtract 1 from the hit roll. And this is not only to shooting, it is each time an attack targets this unit, subtract 1. So shooting and melee, -1 to hit, built into all your Tzeentch units. So your pinks are going to be insane. Your blue horrors, anything you have Tzeentch coming in is going to be -1 to hit. Flamers, sick. All right. Gloom Rot, Nurgle detachment, or Nurgle model. Shadow Legion Nurgle. Just sounds so cool. Each time an attack targets this unit, if the strength characteristic is greater than the toughness, subtract 1 from the wound roll. Great and clean ones, -1 to wound if you're shooting other than the strength 12 or 13 or 14 or higher. So big guns going into you are going to wound you on 3s, if not 4s. Most likely 4s. So you're either going to wound you on 5s or 4s if they're greater than you. So that's going to be really cool. So -1 toughness, if they are like, I don't know what else you would run, a Beast of Nurgle, toughness 9, so anything strength 10 or more, it's -1 to wound your Beast of Nurgle that just heals back up. So Beast of Nurgle gaining Scout is going to be pretty cool in this attachment. Then we have the Slaanesh. So Slaanesh is no Overwatch. I built the list with Celeste originally, but you can't have epic characters in this, so I had to take her out. But Celeste was going to be like my really cool addition to the army with no Overwatch. But you Demonettes being able to fight first, I guess now, and no Overwatch on them is pretty cool. You don't have to worry about flamers or anything. So that is okay. It's not the best one. Mainly the Khorne and some of the Tzeentch. And then Disciples of Be'lakor. So Undivided, which is all of your Chaos Space Marine, and Be'lakor. Each unit has a Dark Pack army rule, just like the Codex Space Marine, Chaos Space Marine. If the unit is a Be'lakor unit, it automatically passes the leadership test for the Dark Packs. So you're going to get lethal or sustain every single time, no matter what. Every shot and attack you have, some of his attacks are already sustained built in. Now you're just going to get lethal or sustain. Fuck. That is insane, guys. Now, just have an ability. Sorry, Miles have a deep strike ability. So you can be deep striking an AC/DC brick, deep striking cultist, deep striking havocs, deep striking chosen, deep striking anything you want in the Chaos Space Marine Codex. They just gain the deep strike ability. Just imagine cultists just literally falling out of the sky and be like, all right, I guess I'm here now. Fuck, guys, this is insane. And you can be able to pick up and pick down, which we're gonna get into stratagems right now. Damn. That is nuts. All right. We didn't even go over the enhancements. I don't think the enhancements are at the bottom. Hell, the enhancements. Yes, I guess these are the enhancements. Yep. All right. So let's get over the enhancements first, because we usually go over that first. Pretty good friggin' enhancements. All right. So my main 3 enhancements are going to be Scout 9. You can put this on Chaos Space Marine or Demons units. So it's not one or the other. It's not just Demons, Chaos Space Marine, or Demons. So any Legion models in the bearer's unit, not just the models in the bearer's unit. Scout 9, AC/DC getting Scout 9. Holy fuck. And being able to advance and charge turn 1, +1 hit, +1 wound, is nuts. You can put on a Skull Crusher unit, they get Scout 9. Advance and charge turn 1. You can put on Blood Crusher or Skull Crusher, whatever the fuck, the Bloodthirster. Put on Bloodthirster. Speed 10 on the Bloodthirsters. Let me pull up the Bloodthirsters. Bloodthirster is speed 12. Oh my god. So he gets a Scout 9, speed 12. So you're already 21 inches across the table before you advance. So you're 21 inches across the table. Then you advance. Then you shoot. Then you charge and kill whatever the fuck you want. It's nuts. So that is one option. And they're all pretty relatively cheap for what they do. Then this one I think was busted. Once I read this today, I was like, all right, this is going in the list. Like, automatically going in the list. While an enemy unit is within engagement range of the bearer's unit, not model unit, subtract 1 from the objective control, not to a minimum. So this is where I said I was going to break the game if we had Spawn, Chaos Space Marine Spawn in the list, because Spawn with this -1 both, so it'll be -2 obsec, but can't do it. Doesn't matter, forget it. -1 OC. So if they're OC1, they go to OC0. There's no minimum unless it states minimum. In Death Guard, there's a -1 OC aura, but it says to a minimum of 1. So that's where it kind of like handicaps itself. There's no minimum. If you read the rules, it says there's no minimum. Minimum is 0. So you can't go negative OC, but at least you can, go down to 0 if you have a -1 OC. So this is busted. Put this on an AC/DC Dark Commune unit, and now everything I touch, everything I high five is now -1 OC. So even though if I go to OC 0 from whatever Nurgle, other negative OC models, Rodigus now. So if I go down to 0, you're at 0 too. So if you have an OC1 unit, you now go down to OC 0. So we're both just 0 on the objective. So none of us get it. that's gonna be kind of funny. Yeah, that's really freaking good, guys, on a 20-man unit. Oh god. Okay. Then this one, all right, and this is obviously the third one. This one is okay. It's not going to be my must-have ability, but this one is model only at the end of the fight phase. If the bearer's unit destroyed one or more enemy units and not within engage range, so that's the key word, not within engage range. If you killed a unit and you're not in engage range, which is how it makes sense, you can be removed from the battlefield and placed in strategic reserves, which means you can then stay off the board until turn 5 if you really wanted to. But once at the end of your fight phase, it's your turn, it now goes into your opponent's turn. Guess what you can do? Holy shit, you can just rapid ingress right back down wherever the hell you want to be. If you want to be 18 inches away from the closest shooting unit because you have Bellicor around you, then you can then advance and charge next turn and go do it again. So then you advance and charge, kill something, go back into reserves, rapid ingress. Advance and charge, go kill something, rapid ingress. It's just... Guys, this is how excited I was today, and we were on a call today on Patreon chat. So if you guys are Patreons, make sure you look out for that so you guys can join the chat and talk some strats. This one is at the start of the fight phase. Select one enemy unit within engagement range of the bearer. Roll a d6 on 2 through 5, d3 mortals. So on a 2+ you get d3 mortals. On a 6, 3 mortals. So at the start of the fight phase, select one. Yeah. So it's really just yeah. Out of the other 3, you're probably gonna use this not ever. So we're just gonna ignore that one for now. All right, let's go with these awesome super duper strats. I thought one of them was a 1 CP, but it's actually 2 CP. All right, so Spiteful Demise. Any phase just after shadow unit from your army is destroyed. Even roll d6 for each enemy unit with engagement range of at least one model, adding 2 to the result if it's a Slaanesh unit. On a 4 to 5, enemy unit suffers d3 mortals. On a 6, the enemy suffers mortals. So at the end of any phase, when a army is destroyed before removing the last model in that unit, roll a d6, adding 2 if it's a result. So on a 2+ if you're Slaanesh, the enemy unit suffers d3 mortals. On a 4+, if you're not Slaanesh, this is going to come with situational. This is like, maybe it's going to be good. I don't really have any Slaanesh in my list, so I'm not really going to be using this basically ever. But if you have some Slaanesh, you could be using this on a 2+, which is cool. Extra d3 mortals coming in. This one, the fight phase, you gain Lance. So if you are a Coen, all these have something to do with the marks as well. So you get something, and then if you have the mark, you get an additional thing, which is really cool. That's smart. I wish they did this for Night Lords. Like, hey, you get this, and if you're battle shocked, you get this. Games Workshop, listen. Buff Night Lords because they're so cool, and there's so many fans out there that want to play them, but they can't because they suck. That's what they should be doing, just like this. But anyway, Lance, until the end of the phase, melee weapons equipped by models in the unit gain Lance. So it's +1 to wound on the charge. If the unit is a Coen unit, until the end of phase, improve the armor pen by 1 as well. So your Fleshhounds, your Skull Crushers, or Blood Crushers, they're going to be charging in with their blades. 2 attacks each, hitting on 3s. Strength 5, so you can wound most things on 3s. And now with Lance, you're winning them on 2s, but you go from AP 2 to AP 3. So even charging into vehicles, you're going to be winning them on 5s down to 4s, right? If your toughness 10, 6, and 5s, whatever. But if your toughness 9 or less, yeah, so T9 or less, you're going to be winning on 5s down to 4s at AP 3 with 2 damage. Then what's cool is the extra attacks from the Juggernaut blades also get an additional AP. So there are 4 extra attacks, hitting on 4s, strength 6 with Lance built in, so cancels out, but it's AP 2 now instead of AP 1. So that actually helps out a lot. And then your leader, your Skullmaster, goes Blade of Blood. So he gets 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, strength 6, AP 3 now, 3 damage. Like, he's just going to mow down 3 wound infantry. Like, that's going to be insane. Not including their 7 4+ D3 mortal wounds charging in. That's going to be like the go-to unit for this detachment. It's going to be nuts. So that was that strat, 1 CP. Death denied, your command phase. So this is good for Tzeentch units, but one model in your unit regains up to 3 lost wounds. So just flat 3, not D3 like Nurgle and stuff like that, or Death Guard. Just flat 3 you regain wounds. So let's say you have a Bloodthirster or Be'lakor down below wounds. If the Be'lakor is down below 7, so let's say he's at like 3 or something, or 4, you can, sorry, if he's at 5, you can then spend this. He goes back above his threshold, and then he also has like another way to heal back up as well with his like 9-inch leadership ore. So that's gonna be nuts. And if you are a Tzeentch, you can return 1 destroyed model, excluding character models, to your unit with 4 wounds remaining. So there's a lot of multi-wound Tzeentch units out there. Blue Horror is not really gonna come into play, but you have Flamers. Flamers are gonna be really good. You have Screamers. So Screamers coming back with 3 wounds. They're freaking speed 14. They actually hit pretty hard. And then Flamers, they're also 3 wounds with a 4-up save. So being able to have, let's say, a 5 or 6 man Flamer unit, probably a 5-man Flamer unit, they all have a 4-up invuln save, so they're going to be super tanky to kill with -1 to hit built in. If they do happen to kill 1 or 2, right, you can heal 1 back up and then add 1 to the unit, and then they can fall back and shoot. So they're going to be really, really tanky and really super hard to kill. And with this one strat, you're going to be able to keep bringing them back. They're 1 OPSEC, so not really crazy for stealing objectives. But if you needed that 1 extra model to come down outside 2 inches from your unit, or at 2 inches from your unit, you can then get more threat somewhere else or on an objective to do whatever. So there's a lot of play with this ability. So I have a unit of Flamers in my list, and this helps them out tremendously. Next, 1 CP, Encroaching Darkness, your shooting phase. You can pick a demon unit and a CSM unit, and until the end of the phase, they ignore cover. So this would be good for Havocs. So if a lot of people are going to be running probably 1 or 2 units of Havocs, I'm running the triple ACDC. Duh. You can run 2 ACDC units. You can run 1 ACDC unit. You can run 2 ACDC units and 2 Havoc units, which a lot of people are probably going to be doing. But you could have 4 last cannons sitting in the back with Be'lakor, chilling out, not being shot back at 18 inches, and they're just lobbing shots, 48 inches away, but they're going to be able to ignore cover. So they're AP3, ignoring cover, pretty good. I don't know what else you would be adding that with. I guess Pink Horrors. So Pink Horrors gain pistol now, but let's say they're shooting something 18 inches away, so you have Pink Horrors and Havocs both ignoring cover into something. It's pretty cool. Flamers already ignore cover, so it's a good additional combo on top of what we already have. Then we have another 1 CP strat, Binding Shadow. So this is end of your opponent's fight phase, up to 1 Shadow Legion Heretic Stars unit and up to 1 Chaos Space Marine. So Chaos Space Marine and Demons unit from your army that are not within engagement range of 1 random units, remove those selected units from the battlefield and place them in strategic reserve. So if we have a 1 CP, pick 2 different units from the factions and put them back into reserves. Like we have a built-in 1 CP uppy downy for a Dark Commune unit or a Havocs unit or a big Bloodthirster or whatever the hell you want. You can basically pick them up and then put them in reserves and bring them back down next turn. Like that's awesome. So it's really good, guys. This one is really cool. I thought this is the one that was 1 CP. This is a Nurgle one, but still having a 2 CP -2 charges would come in really clutch. So you have a unit coming in from Deep Strike, needs a 9-inch charge to basically win the game. You got 2 CP, boom. Now they need to roll an 11 to come in to win the game. Subtract 2 from the charge rolls made for that enemy unit. In addition, if it's a Nurgle, they have to take a Battle Shock test. So I guess they must take a Battle Shock. Is that before the roll or after the roll? So your opponent's charge phase, just after an enemy unit declares a charge, 1 Shadow Legion unit from your army selected as target attack until the end of the phase. Yeah, so basically it works for multiple units. So if you get charged by 1 unit and you're like, all right, I'm gonna -2 CP, then other units try and do the same thing. They're all -2 onto your unit. As long as 1 unit targets that unit to charge, -2 CP, -2 charges, and now every other unit that charges that unit's also -2. So Yeah, it's really fucking good. And then if it's a Nurgle, like a Beast of Nurgle or a Great Unclean One or something like that, they have to take a battle check test and then they charge you. So battle check test, they failed, they charge you. Fucking pointless now, right? That's nuts. And then if you're in Shadows, it's -1. Oh my god, this is so cool. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. So yeah, 2 CP. So again, make sure you have that 2 CP if you know you're going to get to melee army. But everything else about this is insane. So let's go over some lists, and then we'll get into what I think about when I'm going to be running this. All right, so here is the detachment that we're probably going to be running. Probably at the next GT. Honestly, we have all of these models already. So first off, we're going to start with Be'lakor. Now again, there's a lot of different lists out there. You can really run whatever the hell you want, because there's a lot of Chaos Space Marine players that want to test this out. There's a lot of Demon players that want to test out Chaos Space Marine. You don't have to run this. This is kind of like, if you have the models, sure, don't go spending $180 per ACDC brick to just run this. This is if you have these models. So Be'lakor, Skullmaster, he's got the go back up in reserves. He's going to be with the Blood Crushers. We have 1 unit of Nurglings, which I know they changed their aura ability, but still having a infiltrate unit is still pretty good. They're 5 points cheaper now. 1 pink aura unit is going to be super annoying to kill, especially surrounded by what we have in this list. But 1 pink auras, they're -1 to hit, and they have pistol now at all AP1s, 18-inch range. We have the Blood Crushers. They have on a 4+, they take D3 mortals, so they don't have to all be engaging range. As long as one model gets into engaging range, every model in that unit rolls a 4+. So you roll basically 7 dice, and any 4+s, they take D3 mortals on the charge, and then you're still able to pile in and kill something. Unit of Flamers, so 6 Flamers, all D6 Flamers, AP1, ignoring cover, only strength 4, but still really good at chaff killing. Hounds have the uppy downy now, so an extra unit that you don't have to spend a CP for. They're basically just going to be doing actions all game, and probably blocking out one corner of my deployment zone. And then here's the Chaos Space Marine list. So triple ACDC, or triple Accursed Cultist, because why not? They're just too good in this detachment. We have 1 5-man cult, or 1 10-man cultist to do sticky, Dark Commune, Dark Commune, Dark Commune, 2 of them. This one has the 9-inch scout, and this one has the aura for the, if you're touching me, you're -1 OC. So imagine having that on a 21-man unit, that if you touch this unit, you're now -1 OC just built in. So random dude 12 inches away from the character is now -1 OC. Like it's freaking nuts. And then obviously the scout 9, so being able to start 9 inches forward and then advance in charge. So if you're 24 inches away, you move up 9, right? Now you're 15 inches away, and then you basically get to move 6. So now you're 9 inches away, and then you get to advance. So let's say you advance 2, you're still 7 inches away. So now you need what, a 7, 8-inch charge, 7 or 6-inch charge. Turn 1, not bad. +1 hit, +1 wound. So that's if you want to be super aggressive, or if they're giving you stuff on the line. And it's also going to help threat ranges. So if you are setting up on the board, actually, let's go over this next. So we're going to go over Patreon. If you guys are Patreons, head over to patreon.com. We're going to cut this here. Head over to patreon.com. We're going to go over kind of like mindset of this list. I already posted in Patreon for you guys, but if you want to support the channel, if you guys want coaching, we were ranked obviously #1 Chaos Space Marine player in the world last year, #1 player on ITC for United States. So if you want some of the coaching from the Dirtbag Nation, head over to patreon.com. I really appreciate it. And go buy a t-shirt from our merch tab. We just updated it. There's a ton of t-shirts like this up there. So super comfortable, all different designs, but they look really, really sharp, and they're really comfortable. Great for RTTs. Yeah, so head over to Patreon. Make sure you fast forward to this part so that we can check out the Patreon stuff, and then we will see you in another video soon. Leave me a comment what you liked, what you're super excited about, what things you want me to try coming up on the channel. Appreciate it. Good luck, and we'll see you in another video soon. All right, guys, if you want to support the channel, head over to the merch store. The link is in the description below. We have our new sports themed Grey Knights, Chaos, and Space Marine logos on a bunch of different shirts. We just updated the shirt as well. These are probably the most popular. So if you guys want to rep these at the local GT, you can do that. Also sport the Dirtbag swag. So really appreciate it. Click on the link below. If you guys are interested in other merch, we do offer some 3D prints. We have Kodia's the Assassin, should be in every single list. The Space Marine Lieutenant, Space Marine Librarian, the Tech Marine for Grey Knights, and the Cypher. Cypher should be in every single list. We have poker chips, which are great for sticky objectives. All of the stickers imaginable. These will be on t-shirts soon. We have widgets still, and we have about orange and orange. So we have orange dirtbag dice. If you guys are interested in getting some dice thrown on the table, hit me up in Discord and we'll get back to the video. What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. If you guys are interested in joining the Dirtbag Nation over at patreon.com, you get a bunch of perks. What we did in 2024 was we really expanded. I had traveled a ton and I played my ass off in 40k. Right now we're ranked #1 best player in the United States on ITC rankings. We were the #1 Chaos Space Marine player in the world this year in 2024. 2 years ago, we got ranked #1 Grey Knight player in the world, and this year we're probably going to go into Death Guard, hopefully when the new Codex comes out, or Emperor's Children. But you guys, if you guys want that head coach or that coach always in your corner, just to ask questions, bounce ideas off, that's what the competitive Dirtbag and the Dirtbag Nation is all about. If you guys want to support the channel, you head over to patreon.com. You can join the Just a Car tab, which is $5 a month. You guys get access to the Discord Patreon tab. You have to be a patron to get into that Discord, and also I'm always there. All the other coaches are there. Basically, it's just such a good community over on Discord that you guys get specific access to it that only Patreons can get. If you guys want to bump that up, the competitive Dirtbag tier, you guys get to message me or another Grandmaster or another Dirtbag coach over the Dirtbag Nation to add unlimited questions, list ideas, list reviews, and bounce ideas off of. That's what having a coach in your corner is all about. If you guys want to bump up to the Grandmaster tier, that tier you get every perk under the sun. So basically you get access to Discord, you get one-on-one coaching, you get a call once a month if you guys would like to go over any RTTs coming up, any GTs coming up, any list reviews live over Discord chat, and also a special perk that Grandmasters get. If you guys want any video suggestions like we do all the time with these table setups that we just upgraded thanks to the Patreons, you guys get suggestions or battle reports you want to see specifically played live by a coach or myself on the next battle report, or a live battle report coming up on the Patreon. So you guys get obviously first access to all the videos. We post them first on patreon.com, but there's just a ton of benefits to having a professional coach that plays this game all the time at the very, very high competitive level in your corner at all times. And that's really what the Dirtbag Nation is all about, getting you guys better at 40K, the basics, and being good in your community. So if you guys want to support the channel, I really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you guys in 2024, 2025. I am super stoked for, super excited for. We really want to get a bigger studio going. That is going to be my focus in 2025, is really growing the community on YouTube and Patreon specifically. So thank you so much for 2024, all my Patreons. If you guys are interested in joining and want that coach in your corner, head over to patreon.com and support the channel. Appreciate it.